Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I made this simple corset top with yoke. It's a very simple tutorial and very beginners friendly. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, share with your loved ones. So without wasting much time, let's jump right into the tutorial. So guys, in our previous video, we drafted out the simple corset pattern with yoke. So I'm gonna head to use the pattern to cut out my fabric. So if you've not seen that video, please do that before you see this one. I'm going to leave the link in the description box. So I went ahead to add half an inch to all the pieces. So I'll use this now to cut out my lining. So I've gone ahead to cut out the lining pieces for the fabric. As you can see in the video, I also went ahead to cut out stay that will be attaching to the fabric. So I'll set the lining pieces aside now while I attach my stay to the fabric. So I'll just go ahead and place the stay, the part that has the gum, on the wrong side of the fabric, and use my iron to attach the two pieces together. So when I'm done doing that, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. I'll do it for the center front also. So I'm just going to use my iron now to attach my stay to my fabric. I won't be attaching stay to the cups. So when I'm done doing that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So guys, after ironing my stay to the fabric, this is what we have. You should have something like this too. So the next thing you want to do now is to join the pieces together. So we'll be working on the front panel first. So I'll go ahead now and place the right sides facing each other, as you can see me doing in the video, and I'll use my pin to secure it. I'll do the same thing for the other side. Then I'll take it over to my sewing machine now and stitch it using half an inch, and I'll stitch the other side as well. So after I'm done with that, I'll go over to my cups. Let me just go ahead and remove the pattern paper from it. So this is our cup 1 and this is our cup 2. So note that your cup 2 should always be closer to your armhole. So your cup 1 should be inside while your cup 2 should be at the armhole. So go ahead and place the right sides facing each other this way and then stitch it using half an inch together. I'll do the same thing for the other cup. I'll stitch it together. So when I'm done stitching the fabrics, I will show you guys what it looks like. So after stitching the sides together, this is what we have. I also went ahead to stitch the cups together like I said, and this is what it looks like. This is what the cups looks like. So I've gone ahead to cut out breast pad that I'll be using to pad the cup, and I joined the pieces together as well. So I'm going to place the part that has the gum on the cup this way, and I'll go ahead to iron it, place it on the wrong side, the part that has the gum facing the wrong side of your cup, and I'll take it to my tailor's hammer and I'll iron it out very well. So I'll do the same. I'll iron out my bodies also, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So after I ironed my breast pad to my cups, this is what we have. This is how it came out. You should have something like this also. So I also went ahead to sew in my the bias strip on the point where I joined the fabrics together. So the next one I want to do now is to attach our cups to the top. So take the point where you join the cups together and attach it to the point where you join the fabric together using your pin, as you can see me doing. So join it together using your pin, then stitch it all the way down. You can also use your pin to secure it before you stitch it, but I won't be doing that in the video. So when I'm done, I'll take it to the other side and also stitch it down using half an inch seam allowance. So when you're done, you should have something like this. So I'll repeat the same thing for the other side. I will join my cup to the point I join my fabric together, and then I'll stitch it to the to one side this way and stitch to the other side. So when I'm done doing that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'll stitch the center point first, as you can see me doing in the video. Then I'll run the stitch all the way to the side. I'll run the stitch down this way. Then when I'm done with that, I'll turn to the overside and stitch it down. So I'll just sew it up this way. So after attaching the first cup, this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and do it for the other cup. So after attaching our cups to the top, this is what it looks like. You can see how beautiful it looks. You can see how it came out so beautiful. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. So the next one we want to do now is to attach our yoke to the top. So this is the yoke we're going to be working with. So before we attach the yoke, I've gone ahead to join my lining pieces together, and this is what it looks like, exactly like the top. So now I'm going to place the yoke, the right side facing the right side of my top this way. So I'll just use my pin now to secure the center points together. Then I'll keep arranging the yoke on it this way, using my pin to secure it, as you can see me doing in the video. This is just to make the finished work neater. So just keep securing with your pin this way. So I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. So by the time we attach the yoke to the top, so this is what it should look like when we attach it to the top. So after using my pins to secure the yoke to my fabric, I'm going to go ahead now and place the right side of my lining facing it this way, and then I'll make sure I secure the center points together and sew it all the way around it. I'll do the same thing for the other side, and I will stitch the sides also and turn it over and show you guys what it looks like. So after attaching my lining to the top, I went ahead to make small notches at the top, and I also sewed up the side and left the base open. So I'll just go ahead now and flip it over to the right side. So after flipping over, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it came out and how neat it is. This is what it looks like. So right now, the next thing to do is to finish up the neckline with our bias strip. And so I'll be finishing the neckline using a bias strip. So I'll just go ahead and place it on it this way, and then sew it all the way around it. Then I'll notch it and then use it to turn the neckline over. I'll do the same thing for the armholes as well. So right now, I just want to show you guys how to insert your boning into the casing. So I'll just bring it out a little and cut it off so that it won't interfere when I'm sewing at the base of the top. So I'll repeat the same thing for the other cases. I'll insert my boning. So after inserting the boning, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine now and finish up the neckline and the armholes, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So after turning over with my bias strip, this is what we have. This is what it looks like. I did the same thing for the armhole, and this is what it looks like on the wrong side. So right now we're just going to move ahead now to the back panel. So I'll be drafting the back panel on the pattern paper for more clarity. So I've gone ahead to mark out my basic measurements. That is my shoulder line, my chest line, my bust line, and my waistline. I also went ahead to take 1 inch allowance for zip, and I marked my dart on the bust line, and I also went ahead to take my neckline measurements. So the next thing to do now is to place your round body measurements divided by 4 plus 1 inch for seam allowance. So I'll go ahead and place my bust measurement, and I'll place my waist measurement here. I also took the 1.5 inch I have for that there. So I'll connect the points together. So remember, in our front panel we took our yoke from the chest line. So I'm going to do the same thing for the back panel. So I'm just going to mark the chest line upward as this. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out this way. And then I'll go ahead and separate my yoke from the lower part. So I'll cut out my darts now. I'll join the pieces together, and then I'll use the pattern to cut out my fabric. So I have used my pattern to cut out the back panel. I also went ahead to open it up at the zipper point. I also cut out my lining pieces as well. So right now, place the right side of your yoke facing the right side of your fabric this way. So I added 1/2 inch to the length of the yoke because of the joining allowance, so that it won't truncate the size of our top. So place it this way, as you can see me doing in the video, right sides facing each other. and then place the lining pieces on it. So right now, take it to my sewing machine and stitch it using 1/2 inch down. So I'll also go ahead to finish up the neckline and the armholes. So guys, after attaching my yoke and my lining to my top, this is what it looks like after turning over. I also went ahead to finish up the neckline and the armhole like I said earlier. So this is what it looks like. So right now guys, the next thing to do now is to attach the front and the back piece together. So place it this way, place the right sides facing each other as you can see me doing in the video. Then the first thing you want to do now is to stitch the shoulders together using 1/2 inch. Stitch it together. Then when I'm done with that, I'll go over to the sides and use my 1 inch seam allowance to join the sides together. I'll sew it all the way down here and sew it at the other side. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys the next thing to do. So after joining the front panel and the back panel together, this is what we have. So you can see what it looks like and how beautiful it is. So the top is gradually coming out already. So I'll just go ahead and even out the base and cut out any excess I have there. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the gathers I want at the base of my top. So I have this fabric cut out already. So I'm just going to place it right sides facing my top this way. And I'm going to form gathers as I join it to it. So my gathers is going to be about 2 inches apart just to make it even. So I'll attach it to the top this way and form gathers as well while sewing it to it. So after forming the gathers at the base of the top, this is what it looks like. This is how it came out. This is the back side. I also went ahead to close up the point where I want my zip to stop. This is what it looks like at the back, and this is what it looks like in front. So guys, the final thing now we're going to do now is to insert our zipper to the back of this top. So I have my zip here already, so just watch closely what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and place the zip this way, and then I'll stitch it all the way down using my 1 inch zipper allowance. So when I'm done with that, I'm just going to open it up as well and place it on the other side and sew it all the way down as you can see in the video. So it is that simple. So by the time you are done with that, you should have something like this at the back. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done attaching the zip. So after attaching our zipper, this is the finished product of our top. You can see how beautiful it came out and how easy it is to make. So this is what the zip looks like at the back. So guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, share with your loved ones. You can also follow me on my Instagram page at Sew with Mediva. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.